Let's go ahead and unbox the Sony ZV-E1. Let's just take a look inside and see what we get. Dollars. Looks like we got some paperwork right here. This looks like the lens kit. So I bought this as a set. So it comes with the camera and the lens kit. Got a strap for a camera strap. Little wind mic. Goes over your mic to protect from the wind noise. Here's a Z series battery. Looks like you got the ZV-E1 camera body right here. Let's go ahead and open up and take a look. Okay. So you're probably asking yourself, why buy the ZV-E1? Who is this camera really for? Well, I think the camera is for the traveler, the vlogger, the content creator, the one who wants a small size, concealable, everyday carry camera that has the power of an FX3 or A7S. And it has the same power because it has the same sensor, that 12 megapixel sensor. So you're gonna get that crisp 4K image quality in such a small concealable camera, and that's a big deal when it comes to YouTube creators, vloggers, content creators, because image quality for most of us is probably one of the most important things to have when recording and shooting videos, because we don't want to lose any of that image quality. And with the ZV-E1, you really do get the top of the line image quality in such a concealable EDC kind of way. And if you're one of those kind of guys, this camera is perfect for you. All right. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that this camera can sit on a tripod and record for, an hour straight in 4K 60 without overheating. That's just not the case. Matter of fact, this camera may overheat quicker if you're doing that versus if you have a FX3 or A7S. But you got to remember, the FX3 and the A7S was designed for the professional use for recording in 4K, 4K 60p, 120p for extended periods of times, right? This wasn't exactly designed that way. This being a more concealable, smaller form factor, there wasn't that room to add in a cooling system in this camera. The FX3 and the A7S both have a fan or some type of cooling system to keep it cool. This camera does not. All right, it has a smaller form factor, so there wasn't space to fit in a internal cooling system. But if you use it the correct way, and if you use it in a way that this was designed to be used, then you're going to have no problem overheating whatsoever. I mean, I've had zero issues with overheating, you know, but at the same time, I'm not throwing this on a tripod on 4K 60 and recording for an hour straight. I'm just not doing that. That's not the kind of content that I'm creating. So, I mean, if you're doing like long time, like podcast or like 30-minute videos, maybe like wedding shoots and stuff, where this thing is constantly shooting and shooting, it may not be the camera for you. But if you're just a YouTube guy, content creator, vlogger, you want to get some nice B-roll, and you don't want to lose any of that crisp 4K power, this is the camera for you right here. I mean, this is so perfect for me. I tell you that much right now. Hey guys, so another reason why you might want to choose the ZV-E1 over the FX3 or the A7S is this mode right here. We're on dynamic active stabilization. So this camera is going to be way more stabilized for handheld users like me versus the FX3 or the A7S, where you might have to like use a gimbal or something else to stabilize the shot, or maybe you need to buy an expensive lens that stabilizes the shot. This camera has a built-in stabilizer, and it works really, really well. As you can see, I'm walking down this trail. It's pretty bumpy, and my image is staying pretty dang stabilized. So yeah, it's called dynamic active stabilization. This is one of the perks and modes that this camera has that the other ones don't have. So that's something to consider. If you want a nice stable shot, this camera is perfect for you. Obviously, the image does crop in some, but I don't mind it much, because if you got a selfie stick, it's an easy fix. I mean, look how stabilized this shot is. Before, it would be so much more shakier on screen. But as you can see, with the dynamic active stabilization turned on, I'm able to walk down the trail and still have a good stabilized shot. Also, another cool feature that I like with the Sony ZV-E1, with just a touch of a button, you can defocus the background, and it makes it for a really pretty cool shot. So if you press this button here, now the background blurred out, but I'm crystal clear. You see how that worked? Then you hit the button again. Now the background went back to clear. Now this might not be a big deal for some of the professional users out there, but for an average camera guy like me, I think I like that a lot. So I press it again, and the background went blurry again. So that's a pretty cool option to have.